God never calls someone in without sending them out. Never. He never calls someone in without sending them out. And sometimes we get confused in this individualized society we live in, right? Because we think my faith is my own. It's my private faith. I get saved. I get my sins forgiven. It's my life. It's me and God. And that's where it goes. But our Christian faith was never, ever meant to be like that, because God never calls you in and to bless you without calling you out to bless others. Never. And so God, he calls Abraham in, and then he says, get out. Get out. Get out of your comfort zone. Get out of your convenient life. Go bless others. And that's what he says to him. And what you see here in Acts is absolutely amazing, because this movement of the gospel that happens in Acts, right? All of a sudden, it just takes off. It explodes. And it wasn't because, all the senior leaders, they got together, they formed a committee and then a subcommittee, and they said, hey, you know what? We want to reach Samaria. You know what? You know what Samaria needs? They need a program. Okay, let's put together a program where we could take the message and we could invite people into our church building, and then we could evangelize them, and then maybe they'll meet Jesus, and then maybe we'll get a Bible study going, right? It doesn't happen like that, okay? The movement, dynamic church movements never happen because of bureaucracy, right? They never happen because a committee was formed, ever. It happens when the people of God understand that they're scattered, understand that they need to be providers, when the lay Christians understand that it's up to me to be able to take what I've learned and begin to share that person to person, and that's when a movement happens. Philip going to Samaria, who told him to go? Who put together the 10-point plan for him to go to Samaria? Anybody? Jesus? I guess, yeah. I mean, theoretically, but what we see here, it's the persecution came. It wasn't like the apostles got together and they're like, okay, Philip, you need to go here. It was like, no, he went. He went. Now, apostles are there, right, for stability, for influence, for leadership. Okay? But when that church movement happens, okay, it's oftentimes the theme is persecution, but it's also when God's people, okay, understand their calling and understand it's up to them. And I think for us in our city, there's many of you, okay? That's what's, to bring a dynamic church movement into place, it's when you, the lay Christians, you understand, man, I've been called, okay? Acts 17, God has determined my time and place, right? God appointed the time of your birth, okay? God appointed the place of your birth, the century, the decade, the year, all appointed, not an accident, so that you could be a blessing. He blesses you so that you can be a blessing. So wherever you are, that's God's divine appointment for you. Wherever you work, to be a blessing, to serve and love others, so that you could be a provider of the gospel from person to person, counsel with the gospel. And when you look at a place in an area and you're like, you know what? Man, Capitol Hill, I want to see a dynamic church movement happen on Capitol Hill. Go do it. We don't need a committee to send you out. Okay, go do it. Man, I want to see God work at Starbucks corporate. Go do it. Go do it. Okay? I want to see a committee happen and get together and send me. No, it's not going to happen. Okay? So what's the area? What's the place? What's God giving you a burden, a heart for?